What's going on, guys? Welcome to Rob's house. It is maintenance day here in the garage. Working on the Corvette. Found a little problem. Just got new tires put on the car. My boy Doug, the alignment guy over at Eurospec, shout out to Doug. He saw that I had a bunch of fluid on one side of the vehicle, and after we did a little looking around, we saw that I have a blown shock. So my front right shock, I'm gonna replace both of them today, but my front right shock is blown. You can't really see it. You can kind of see some of the remnants of the fluid on there, but at any rate, front right shock is blown. So I'm gonna show you guys how to replace those. This is a Z07 car, but it doesn't matter if it's Z06 or Z07, they all have mag ride, and this will be applicable for base models that have mag ride equipped suspension. Or even if you don't have mag ride, the procedure is the same. These are actually really easy to remove. So we have two 13mm bolts. You can kind of see my socket sitting on one down there. So there's two 13 mils down there. And these top boys are 18s. So we're just gonna remove all those and the strut will come right out. I'm gonna support the cradle with a jack while I do that so that it doesn't like drop on me. And then the only other thing is we had to unplug you have to remember to unplug the wire for the mag ride. So there's a little plug. If you see that little purple guy down there, there's a gray release tab. Let me see if I can zoom in. Kind of see it, my camera. There it is. Camera's focusing now. All right, so see that gray lock tab? You have to push that back, and then the connector will unplug normally. And the strut side of the connector has this little push pin kind of guy going on, so you got to pry it out. So there's a little hole. You can't really see it. It's kind of right next to the connector, but anyway, there's a hole there that it pushes into just so you don't have a wire flopping around, right? So it secures itself more or less. You know, super easy, but just wanted to show you that. If you don't have mag ride shocks, you won't have that, but the rest of the procedure is the same. All we're gonna do is support this, I'll probably put the jack under like the rotor or something, or under the cradle rather. Should be pretty easy. This should be a pretty short video. Torque spec, so I got OEM replacement here. Torque spec on it shows 33 Newton meters, which is about 25 pound-feet. That is for the lower nuts, so the ones that go here. And the upper ones, they don't have a torque spec written on them, but I looked it up on the forums, and the torque spec seems to be around 75 pound-feet. 74 to be exact, because all the torque specs are in metric. So anyway, all that just to say, when I put these back on, I'm gonna torque this to 25 pounds, torque these to 75 pounds. And that's it. That's all we gotta do. Let you know if I run into any issues along the way. I'm not gonna do a time lapse. I was thinking about doing a time lapse with my big head in the way and you know, kind of hunched over in here. It's gonna be hard for you guys to see anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and pull it out and you know, install the new one, and I'll show you how it came out. All right, guys, so I'm a little silly, and I didn't realize that the bolts aren't actually threading into something. They're threading into a lock nut here. So this is also 13 mil. So you're just gonna need to hold one side. I'll probably hold the bolt up here on the bottom side with an open wrench and use my ratchet to get these guys out. But anyway, they're all 13 mil. Just wanted to point that out. All right, guys, in typical fashion, I overlooked something, which was that I could not get the shock out after I unbolted everything. So I had to unbolt the upper control arm bolts here. There's just 4 of them that go along there. The torque specs for those are 48 pounds. You know, I'll put those back in when I reinstall it, but then the shock came right out. You can see my old shock here. I don't know if it's coming through on camera, but it's pretty wet, and there was gear oil kind of everywhere. So, like on the cradle itself. So I'll clean some of that up. But I'm gonna put this new shock in, and I'll show you guys everything all buttoned up. All right, guys. Another thing about this install that is not obvious at all. When you get the shock, you'll notice if you look at my old shock that this is angled completely different to this. Now I stupidly was like, does it twist in here? No. You can actually rotate the entire thing. So I'm just gonna use my foot to hold the top of this, but this entire bottom piece will actually, see I'm holding it, this rotates. That was not obvious to me, and I just spent 20 minutes trying to figure that out. I feel very stupid, and now it is oriented the correct way. All right, guys, we are all buttoned up here. Got the new shock installed. I plugged in, I actually have the hood down already, but I plugged the new connector actually. Plugged in the new connector down there. You can kind of see it. We're good to go. We'll note that. If you have an expansion tank, unfortunately it may obstruct the other connector. So in order to do the other shock, I'm going to have to remove the expansion tank, or at least move it out of the way. But that's pretty much it. I'm gonna clean up my garage, wrap it up as usual. Hope this video was helpful, and I'll see you guys next time.
Reach for the stars, 'cause we're aiming high.